everybody. Lance Russell along with Corey Macklin, and we're ready to go with another big day of USWA Championship Wrestling, Corey. And, man, what a battle we've got coming up today.
Oh, boy, Lance, so we've got a big one right here today. The Rotten Brothers taking on the Spiders. We'll be seeing that tag team action right here on the USWA. Also, back in the USWA today, Whoopie D. We'll be seeing him right in the ring. Yeah, Whoopie D back here today.
Enough of keeping them in suspense. How about dropping down here to that
yeah.
big title match?
That's right. The Unified World Heavyweight title bout right here today. It's King Jerry Lawler defending his title against the winner of the Battle Royal, Brian Christopher, right here today.
Yes, you're going to see Lawler and Christopher title on the line right here on this program today, and we're looking forward to it. Plenty of action, so let's not wait any more time. Get back and be with you in just a moment. We'll have that action. It's going to be a USWA title match against the USWA champion and going against the unified title, Brian Christopher. The big title shot today right here on television, Brian.
Yes, that's right. It's on TV today. It's very, very big. And I just want everybody to know, I want Jerry Lawler to know that I respect this man a great deal, a ton of respect for him for many different reasons. Not only is he the World Heavyweight Champion, but he's been the World Heavyweight Champion for a long, long time.
Yes, sir.
All the big names in the wrestling business, everybody, this man has faced them, and this man has beat them. But it's every wrestler's dream to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Mm-hmm. And I'm no exception, Lance. And I feel like I've worked very hard for this day, and I'm not going to let it slip by me. I feel I'm very deserving of that belt, and I'm going to make my best today, do my best to walk out of here the new USWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I'll tell you, you battled your way through a lot of guys to get this shot right here today, so there's a lot of credit to you to win that Battle Royal, to go for the championship. Well, the challenge is thrown out, King.
The challenge is out there, and I don't know about you, Lance. I don't know about you people out there and people watching at home, but Brian Christopher sounded a little nervous to me. You know, he's usually kind of arrogant, usually a little on the cocky side, but he was kind of maybe searching for the right words there, and just sounded like he may not be too sure of himself. And all I can say is, Brian, that you have impressed, I guess, everybody, not only in the USWA, but in the entire wrestling world. You've come a long way in a short time. You are the USWA Heavyweight Champion, but there is just a little bit of difference between the USWA Heavyweight Championship and the Unified World Heavyweight Championship. There's a little bit of difference. And I know that you won a big battle royal to get this title shot today.
Better believe that.
There were a lot of guys in there. I know it wasn't easy, but let me just say that winning that battle royal was a piece of cake compared to winning this belt right here. So if you think that you're just going to come in here and have a cakewalk today, you got another thing coming. Because friendship, respect, and all of that other kind of talk can go out the window when titles are on the line. And I'm just telling you that I didn't come here today to lose this world championship, and I'm not planning on it. So,
Well, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Lance, you know, if you want a little confidence, the only difference between that belt and this belt right here is that you're holding that belt and it's not around my waist. Like I said, I'm not going to let this day slip by me. I plan on walking out of here with that belt around my waist and this belt right here around my shoulder. So you're looking at the next USWA Heavyweight Champion, baby.
There's a little confidence right there, King. Okay, guys, best man wins. We're looking forward to it. It'll be coming up a little bit later on. Corey, and we got to also make mention of the fact that our buddy Dave Brown taking this particular day off, and we hope he's having fun wherever he may be.
Indeed.
Let's see if we can't get somebody in here. Ready to go. Okay.
Here's Doug Gilbert. He's made his way in here, and we'll be seeing Doug in action right here. 10 minutes in time.
Oh, yeah. I am sure we can't wait for that. Okay, we're about ready to go here. It's a 1 fall, 10-minute time on the bout. Bill Rush will be going against dangerous Doug Gilbert. And we're about off and running as the referee is Kevin Christian, and back to the corner, zinging right hand. Doug Gilbert pulling him over here. Boy, you're talking about a hot dog. This guy really is. He's looking for that camera. Be sure everybody sees how he pounds around on Bill Rush, and he's standing over doing his thing for him.
Yeah, he is. He's taking advantage of Rush early in there. It's dangerous Doug Gilbert. Setting him up now here, high in the air. Rush comes down. Compliments of Mr. Gilbert. Big suplex in there, Lance.
Stood him on his head and pounded him down to the mat, then out of the ring. Rush, a youngster who is getting that experience that you have to. Okay, now wait a minute, yeah. Okay. Hey, all right, Doug, get back in the ring. Boy, you're talking loud enough. You don't need it. He is not trying, Christopher. Hey, get him back in there, Kevin, for crying out loud.
Don't get counted out is what's going to happen. As the referee was doing the counting.
Doug Gilbert over here to the table making a big show. We said it again. This guy is always looking for the big audience in there. I never saw him do anything like that to Brian Christopher. G. Hammers that head down in there as Doug Gilbert gets a 1-2, walks away from it. He won't get the 1-2-3 in that situation.
Now, did you see what he says? He's not quite through that. Did you see where he had his finger on Bill Rush, as if to say, it's over and done. But he doesn't end it there. Picks Rush up and nails him with a right hand.
I tell you the honest truth, you just wonder sometime about guys like this that they don't remember when they were first getting started in there. And big clothesline. Taking Rush down on the floor. He's got the pin anytime he wants it. The only difference is he wants to drag it out and see if he can hurt him, embarrass him, and humiliate him. Gilbert thinks that makes him a big man by doing something like that.
But it doesn't at all.
Okay.
Absolutely no respect for Bill Rush as being a starter.
Takes him up in the air, drops him down. Timmers, 1, 2, 3.
That'll do it. Doug Gilbert gets the win over Bill Rush in there, and he finally decided that he wanted to be winner of that bout. Doug Gilbert.
Doug Gilbert is the winner in that opening bout. We've got more action coming up. Of course, that big unified heavyweight title match. And we're going to be back with it in just a moment.
With a boot, a very prominent one, but the referee, P.D. Steele, is still on the floor. And look at Brian Christopher. Oh, he's loving this. Here comes the Eliminator. Takes a shot right in the midsection across the back. Pounding out of the ring he goes, right on top of the ref. He's king of the hill with that stick. Yeah, but here comes the other Eliminator in there. It's Christopher, the back of the head, with the same boots and bar used on Doug Gilbert. The Eliminator, yeah. They're going to head out of here. Christopher's out. The stick is laying across Doug Gilbert. Hey, you know what I just thought of, Corey? We saw Brian bring that stick down, but Doug has got it now, and the referee didn't see it. Good point. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Doug Gilbert with that stick and is smart enough to roll to the corner with it. He's getting up. And the hand of Doug Gilbert is raised. Everybody here knows that isn't what happened. Everybody. Yeah, well, there it was.
You like to show me winning, don't you, Lance Russell? You saw me get that stick down. You know what you're going to say. I know we saw Brian Christopher get down. But what you saw, Lance Russell, you doctors up there, what you didn't see was I was up there and I already had that stick loose.
You got your hand raised in there.
Like always, I'm the winner, and like I told you earlier, I'm going to beat him to a pulp this week.
DJ, just remembered, it's your $5,000 if you get defeated. Corey, how about out of town, my boy?
Yes, sir. It begins tonight. Jonesboro, Arkansas, Hillbilly Community Center, Lance. Big night. 8 o'clock is bell time. You see it right there. The King, Jerry Lawler in Jonesboro. Brian Christopher. The Gilberts are going to be over there. Doug Gilbert will be there along with his brother, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Also, the Spiders, Dream Machine. Big night tonight. Box office always open. Early and tickets on sale always at Front Page Cafe for wrestling action tonight. Jonesboro, Arkansas, Friday, June 3rd. Brownsville, Tennessee, at the College Hill Gym. That's coming up Friday night, June 3rd in Brownsville. The King, Jerry Lawler, Brian Christopher, the Gilberts, the Spiders, Eliminators, Dream Machine, all lined up for Brownsville, Tennessee, Friday, June 3rd. Coming up Saturday night, June 4th, 8 o'clock bell time in Mark Tree, Arkansas, there at the high school. Brian Christopher on the card, the Gilberts, Dream Machine, Jerry the King Lawler, all in Mark Tree, Arkansas, coming up Saturday, June the 4th. Coming up Friday night, June 10th. Ripley, Mississippi, there at the Ripley High School, the USWA Top Stars in Ripley, and Friday night, June 24th, 7:30 bell time. Batesville, Mississippi, South Panola High School, USWA Top Stars in Batesville. Always a good card in Batesville. Always a good card of USWA wrestling down.
Doesn't it sound funny to be talking about June all of a sudden? Bing, that's just a couple of days away. Where did that time fly to? I'll tell you, it always does when you're having fun, and tomorrow night it'd be a good time to have some fun, be out there. You notice we said tomorrow night, Sunday night, bell time, 8 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum. More about that a little bit later on. Tag match coming up here. The Rotten Brothers will be in here, and the Spiders back in just a moment. And Ian Rotten, the British Brad. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about my dog. Hate to bring that up. Axel and Ian Rotten. Here comes their opposition. The Spiders from Webb City are the opponents today, along with their manager, First Prentice, as he comes in. It's Axel and Ian, the British Bad Breed, the Rotten Brothers. One ball and 10 minutes in time for this action. Eliminator time.
What's going on here? We beat the Spiders last Monday. They're supposed to take the mask off. Hey,
whoa.
You're not supposed to have that mask.
They did take the mask
No, they're not
off.
supposed to. No,
That's what the mask was.
No,
Hey,
shut up. They're not supposed to be wearing that mask. That's a bunch of crap.
No, they took the mask off. There was never anything about them not putting it
No,
off.
that's bull.
It went off. They didn't have to keep it off. Would you let us get this match underway here? Hey, I said anything.
What is going on? That isn't right at all.
We got the match underway. Will you please take up your gripe with somebody else?
Look at cheating, pulling pipes, pulling their hair.
Come
These guys, they did a fair wrestling move their whole life. They glued the mask, they put them back on. That isn't right.
You got what the match called for. The match called for them taking the match off, the mask off, and there was nothing about not putting it back on so it's back on. Okay, we're back up into the ring once again. Hey, come on now. Hey. Fighters in there with Axel Rotten taking over and down. What is your complaint?
All
They
these
took
moves
the
they're
mask
doing
off.
are moves we've been doing to them all over the mixed-up. Taking their butts, he beat them, they lost the mask, and they put them back on.
That's right. You got it straight. That's not right. Maybe in your mind it's not right.
They don't even belong in the same building as us.
Yeah, you guys don't even belong out here. Ian Rotten pounding down on the Spider number 2. It takes him down to the knees. Would you guys mind taking it somewhere else? Talk to Eddie Marlin.
That's why they wear the masks, because they're on America's Most Wanted. To play two delinquent dads or something.
Whatever their reason, it's their reason. And they lived up to the stipulations of the match they had with you.
They should wear the mask, but they still lost the match.
And they took the mask off and they put them back on. Back into the ropes, Act 2 coming across. There's with that spinning back kick. And the Spider goes down. Bert Prentice out there keeping...
Fighters getting their butts kicked.
Yeah. It was awfully close, you guys winning that match. You could have lost just as well as not. And the Spiders going against the Rottens in there today. You know, really, this could be handled a lot better. If you've got a gripe, go take it up with the promotion. Don't stand out here and take up our time on it.
The Spiders are taking it up with the promotion. Chief and putting them there on the fair side. That's only because they can't win a fair match. They need that match to switch and all that. They go to the convenience store, probably stealing candy. And that's why they got away with it.
Yeah.
The faces are coming down the post office. We beat them. They're over half of their
You beat them. They took the mask off. It's just that simple. Now they put it back on. Boy, I am telling you what. Good way to get suspended, too, and you won't be wrestling anybody. Ian Rotten takes him up, drives that head down into the mat. The Rotten brothers in there with a cover by Ian and a takedown. And another thing, you're not refereeing the match, so let the referee take care of the situation, and you guys can. Rotten seemed awful confident, Corey, saying that it's all over with. And Axel drops down. He missed with the elbow on the Spider. Gets to his feet, gets a tap. Here comes the other Spider, Ed. And Ian Rotten picks up Ian, stops him down. The Spider's holding their own in there now. You guys think we're blind? We can see what's happening. Hey, where are you going? Well, there's the Eliminators. You've heard their big mouth running off out here. They jump into the ring. That's going to be a disqualification, and I'm sure the Spider's going to win it by disqualification, Corey. Well, Eliminators off. It's a ring and a pile driver from the Eliminators. Oh, Thor gets two in there now. Yeah, man. Great. And look at Saturn of the Eliminators has that mask about half off, jerking it straight up. Caught on his nose as they're now trying to get the one off of Cronus. Here comes Bert Prentice back in. Bert hits into the ring. Oh, he's got a fire extinguisher. He is spreading some folks out of there. Well, that's one way you get rid of pests. You exterminate for them, don't you? As the Spiders get a little help from Bert Prentice. Bert is standing armed and ready and dangerous with that fire extinguisher. He is loaded, and boy, they all take off out of there. Good to see Bert with that thing, get him out. Well, I got to tell you, Bert, glad to see you get back in the nick of time. These guys moaning and groaning about them putting the mask back on. They don't understand.
I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Week in, week out, the Eliminators, those fat, Humpty Dumpty Rotten brothers want to jump these two guys. These kids should be the world tag team champions, but the Eliminators want to play their game. Well, honey, I'm the best game player in the world, and I'm going to guess. Jerry Lawler told me one time, he said, never promise the people something that you can't promise to make sure it's going to happen for sure. I promise you this week, when that match is over, Eliminators, I'm going to be managing the World Tag Team Champions. I promise.
Okay, well, they've got a return match with the Eliminators, and you heard that very bold promise. He said, I will be managing the USWA Tag Champions, and we'll have to see. We've got more action. Are we break time? All right, why don't we do that? We'll take out a moment, and we'll be back in just a moment. Reminder comes up tomorrow night because we are talking about action in the Mid-South Coliseum tomorrow night. You can still get your tickets today, I believe, and, of course, pick them up early tomorrow. You're going to want to be there for D-Day in Memphis. You'll understand about that D in just a moment. opening bout and the action at 8 o'clock tomorrow night is going to bring the Spellbinder against Tony Fall.
That'll be Wolfie D taking on Ian Rodden. Could be a zip out there. So Wolfie D returns to the USWA.
We're going to see Wolfie out here in a little bit. Spike Huber will be facing Axel Rotten, and that will be the third match.
That is the Spiders D-Day, USWA title bout, when the Eliminators will put their titles up against the Spiders, and if the Spiders lose this one, they'll be leaving the USWA.
Yeah, that's something that's not up on the graphic there, but the titles are up against the Spiders leading the USWA in that match that'll be coming up tomorrow night. Should be a good one. You know, the Eliminators, Saturn and Cronus, stand out here and give it all. We've been beating these guys all over everywhere. And the truth of the matter is, a very, very close match. Spiders are close to winning it. And we'll be looking forward to seeing that one. D-Day for Doug Gilbert. He says that D stands for Dangerous Doug. It should be devastated, destitute, because he's going to have to put up $5,000 if he ends up losing this match to Brian Christopher, and you know that is going to be some kind of a battle.
Yeah, D-Day continues. It's Scott Bowden's D-Day when the King, Jerry Lawler, will take on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Now, the stipulation of this bout is that if the King wins, he gets 5 minutes with Scott Bowden.
Oh, he's going to find out about D-Days. He's going to find out what D-Truth is if Jerry Lawler gets by Eddie Gilbert and gets 5 minutes with Bowden. You better believe it's going to be devastation. And then the final match. I feel kind of funny about this, Corey, because we've got a tag team match. Well, you'll understand. Look at this. Dream Machine and question mark. Jerry Lawler and question mark. Well, that's not the way you promote a main event. Here's what the story is. Dream Machine has refused to reveal who his partner against Jerry Lawler and his partner is going to be. Jerry Lawler turned around and said, well, he's always wanted to say something with that big mouth. If he won't tell who his partner is, I'm not going to tell. The one thing that I do want to tell the TV folks is that the Dream Machine has promised it before this television is over with, we're going to know who his partner is, and I would think likewise Jerry Lawler will reveal his. Yeah. But that is going to be quite a D-Day card at the Mid-South Coliseum, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. You hear that? Tomorrow, Sunday. Yes, special Memorial Day opportunity for you to get out there and watch the action. Well, here comes Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Scott Bowden as D-Day for Scott Bowden is just 1 day away. And you understand that if Eddie Gilbert ends up getting defeated, Jerry Lawler gets 5 minutes with you, Scott.
What? Is that supposed to scare me, Lance Russell?
It better.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Well, you don't learn easy, do you? I
don't think Lawler wants 5 minutes with me. Let me tell you something, Lawler. The only reason you're not over the hill is because you never climbed in the first place. You understand me? And plus, he's got to get past the new king, King Edward Gilbert, to get in there. So really, Lance, I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, well, the whole thing has come about by some of your actions in there. Eddie, you may not want to admit it. That's what I thought we'd do if it'd be all right with you. Let's take a look right now and see what led Scott Bowden to the situation he is in. Maybe not, huh?
10 minutes time. Here comes referee Scott Bowden in. Hey! What is Scott doing? The referee kicks Lawler. 1, 2, 3. What in the world is going on here tonight? Memphis Mayhem continues in the Mid-South Coliseum as the referee Scott Bowden stomps on Lawler and posts a 1, 2, 3. Gilbert in the Dream Machine that gets away. What in the world is Scott Bowden doing? And Lawler and Jarrett calling up referee Scott Bowden. Scott trying to, he's ordering, telling Lawler what happened to that, which is certainly not true. What got in the belt, I do not know. And Lawler and Jarrett in the face of the referee Scott Bowden. for Scott. He had a hope that the king and noble Dave will be very, very kind to him, but I don't believe it'll happen. Bowden did cost him this match. In 10:06, it was Bowden who stopped on Lawler's shoulder, knocked the king off, and Gilbert got the pin. Whoa! Bowden shoves Lawler, takes off. Referee Scott Bowden takes on it. We want to know what in the world was that all about. Where is it your place to come out here, kick the king in the head, and do all of that?
Hey, let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I was through refereeing for the night, and I looked up. What the tape didn't show, Jeff Jarrett purposely drop-kicked Frank Morrell, and Frank, you know, he's the only living person that's actually older than Eddie Marlin, has a heart attack right in the middle of the ring, and I run out there to save Frank's life, to give him CPR, and on my referee instinct, okay, I drop down to count. And at that moment, I'd also seen Lawler pile drive Eddie Gilbert. You forget about that. That was on the tape. At that moment, all the months and months of Jerry Lawler's flagrant disregard for the rules, the flagrant disregard for authority, he has pushed me around, he has shoved me. I tell you what, Lance Russell, I just wasn't going to stand for it anymore. I couldn't take it. I was disgusted, and so I stomped him like a cockroach that he is.
What is he doing? Oh, man, filling somebody's mind. Hey, what is this across the way? Scott Bowden throws powder right in Lawler's eye. Gilbert is shutting down 1, 2, 3. No way. No way. I don't believe what I did. Matter of fact, I didn't even see it. I looked up and there's powder flying in the air. Scott Bowden is standing there. Yeah, you told us all right. Come in. Well, there's your 15 minutes of fame. Eddie, you ought to teach this guy a little respect when he's in there with somebody who is a unified world heavyweight champion.
Well, I think Scott Bowden has learned a lot from me. I think respect is the top on the list of what he's learned from me. As a matter of fact, he respects me more than anybody else.
That isn't what I had in mind.
This was not a very good day for me because I want to tell you, Lance, you know, we all in school, remember like you had these kids in school, sometimes you call them a teacher's pet. Because they sometimes got the good grades, they got to do things errands for the teacher and whatever like that. Well, see, here at USWA, we have that same problem. I've told you before, and I've said it time and time again, just like with the Dallas Cowboys, Emmitt Smith was a franchise player. They were 0-2, I think it was, where Emmitt Smith signed and came back to the Dallas Cowboys. I said 2 weeks ago around here, Lance Russell, Eddie Gilbert is the USWA. I am the franchise player, and I want to serve notice today. This Monday night, or excuse me, tomorrow night, here in Memphis, tomorrow night, we have a match, me against Jerry Lawler. If Lawler wins, he gets Scott down in the ring for 5 minutes, right?
That's right.
But everybody's happy but me. Because what do I get in return? Nothing. And I'm going to tell you something. I am the franchise. I am the player of the game, Lawler. And until you get ready, and until you prove what kind of man you really are, and you put that world heavyweight title up against me, and you want to stand out here, and you want to handpick Brian Christopher to be your successor, when everybody here knows whether it's right or wrong, I am the man to take your place. And Eddie Marlin, if you want to get off your rear end and finally get Lawler to put the world heavyweight title up, we all know that I will win it. But until that day, and I'm going to tell you this, right now, if I don't get what I want, you may not be seeing a franchise player around here much longer.
Hey, listen, if you'd have won the Battle Royal, you could be
Did
one.
I not beat Lawler here last week?
You didn't win the Battle Royal.
I don't care about a Battle Royal. It's all favoritism thing here. It's whoever who runs up, brings anybody a red apple every day. They get whatever they want here. Well, I don't like it. And I'm sick and tired of it. All I'm going to ask is what's due to me. What's right is right. And I am the man to take it. And Lawrence, if you think tomorrow night on game day that you're going to get 5 minutes of Scott Bowden, I will protect him with my life.
Hey, listen, if you're unhappy about the stipulations, if you win tomorrow night, we could give Scott Bowden to you for 5 minutes.
That's okay, that's okay. Lawler better be worried about himself. He better be scared. You know what I'm talking about, Scott? You know what I mean? He better be scared of Scott Bowden. He better be scared of Eddie Gilbert.
Why? What are you alluding to?
Talking about me?
Law has got a big surprise in store for him.
Big surprise.
Okay, sir. I've heard all these
just a little bit later.
Yeah. We're going to take time. I will be back. Eddie Gilbert, Scott Bowden, his two rules. Well, look who's back. Look who's here. Sir Wolfie D. Making his way. Music playing. PG-13's old style. Wolfie D been gone for a spell. You'll remember Wolfie is J.C. Ice's partner in PG-13. He's brought his confidence back with him. We're ready for this match. Reggie B. Fine says he's from every woman's dream, and Wolfie D's from the hood. We're ready to go with this bout. 1 ball and 10 minutes in time. Lancer. Okay, Reggie preaching the gospel across the ring to Wolfie D. Let me tell you, this young man not as big as Reggie, but brother, he can go, and he is tough as an old turnip. You can believe that. You know, Lance, Lance, Reggie B. Fine handed out his ring jacket, which was that fur coat. You know, there's barbecuing going on and smoking bit barbecue and a fur coat in the land. That's Reggie. And a little test of strength. I'm not sure that was the smartest way to start the match out. Wolfie D with a much, much bigger Reggie D. Fine. Referee Kevin Christian taking a look to be sure that nobody's got a hand on the throat. Look at Wolfie. And that's his expertise, those quick moves. Big right hand from Sir Wolfie D. Yeah. Reggie B. Fine, second. Make sure nothing's dripping down after Wolfie unloaded with a big right hand on him. Wolfie D. Making some of the folks happy that are here today for our USWA Championship Wrestling. He's an exciting kid. He's sometimes a little overconfident, but maybe it's good that you can't tell him that. Whoa! He got peeled out of that corner by Big Reggie Fine and popped him down right on his back. Staggers back up to his feet is Reggie. Look at Reggie doing that heavy strut. If Reggie's doing it, it's heavy. You can bet on that. Yeah, real heavy, too. Hey, Lance, we've still got the unified world heavyweight title bout coming up right here today. I love it. Tickled to death when I heard that was going to take place. Yeah. After that battle royal that Brian Christopher won. And the shoulder puts Reggie down. He goes underneath. Coming off, went for the hip toss, it's blocked, and reversed. And Wolfie D up in the air with a great drop kick. He was right on the button with that one, Corey. A little struggle from Wolfie D in there. So Wolfie D taking care of Reggie B. Fine, and Fine out there on the floor. Referee's going to count it on him. He's going to get counted out if he doesn't get it back in there, Lance. You know, when you see Reggie with that coat on, Corey, it's very easy to think, well, this guy can't wrestle. Mistake. He can wrestle, and he can hurt you. He's big enough to really put some punishment in, as he is doing right now with that broad arm. Now he fires Wolfie D across, catches him coming off the rope, and pounds him down on that mat. Ooh, Wolfie banged his head on the floor of the ring when he was thrown into the turnbuckles. And look at Reggie, just not quick enough. Up, mistake for Reggie B. Fine there. Oh, Wolfie D gets the win over Reggie B. Fine. And Fine made a mistake. Was running in there looking for Wolfie D, nobody home. And Wolfie covered, got the 1, 2, 3. Wolfie D coming up with a victory over Reggie B. Fine, and his return a successful one in there. Well, a lot of people were glad to see you back. Give an old man a break.
I'm so happy to be back in Memphis.
Some of the folks are too.
Hey, I've missed the USWA so much. I've been here and there. But the D-man is back at home, baby.
Have you been wrestling tag team or single or what? I know you've been out and been everywhere.
Well, let's just put it this way. I've barely seen JC Ice. I've been down in Mexico doing my thing, but now I'm home where I belong. Ain't that right?
Better to be back here, huh, than where you were.
Okay. We'll see you later, brother.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming out. We'll be big. He's energetic. Little energetic, I would say. Unified title match coming up. The Dream Machine has said, I will not reveal who my partner is going to be until television, and today
That's right.
today.
That's right. I would not reveal who my partner is. He wouldn't reveal who his
Right,
partner
'cause
is.
you wouldn't reveal.
Well, that's all right. It's going to be a secret, Laura. I don't care who your partner is because nobody's going to help you. Billy Graham's not going to be able to help you. You know, it's easy to find somebody that hates Lawler. That's easy to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you
Well, hey, I got on the, he called me, actually. And when I heard this man's voice, I knew that this was it for you, Lawler. D-Day, Monday, Death to the King. D-Day, Dream Machine Day, Balling, Squalling, Climbing the Wall. Old Time Jubilee, Lawler. It's over this time. This is going to put the finishing touches for you, man. Because, hey, this guy's going to fly in tomorrow night.
Who is he, Dream? Come
Well,
on.
I'll tell you who he is. 500 pounds of romping, stomping, graveyard destruction. The beast from the east, Bam Bam Bigelow. Roll the tape.
Man, oh man,
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by his main team, Bruno Bashan.
Bam Bam. Can you believe it? He hates Lawler just as much as I hate him. And Lawler, it's going to be some stand singing and some slow walking tomorrow night at that Mid-South Coliseum because he's going to fly all the way in here from New York and he'll be there tomorrow night. Lawler, it's over for you. You ain't got a prayer. And I want to tell you something, man. I told you it would never be over between me and you, and it will never be over, but it just might be over tomorrow night.
well, I got to tell you, reach down in about, well, if you'll let me, I'll just take
Well,
a
go
break
ahead,
and leave
then.
you standing
Oh, you're
right
going to
here.
take a break? And
Let's
listen to
take a
that?
break.
Well, you wouldn't leave Lawler standing here.
Unified title match.
Well, I'm not worried about that unified power match. Hey, let me tell you something. It's something I want to get off of my chest. Brian Christopher, you're back there listening to my monitor. Come on out here. I want to talk to Brian Christopher. Get Brian Christopher out here.
coming
Come
out,
on,
but he's
Bruce,
coming out to
come on,
wrestle.
Bruce. Yeah, well, he shouldn't even be in that match. I want to talk to him. I want to get something off my chest.
Listen, the man won the opportunity
He didn't
for a
win
title
nothing.
match.
He didn't win
Oh,
nothing.
now you're sitting out here saying he didn't win. He did win. He's got a title match today. And when Brian, he's running his mouth. He's got something on his mind.
Why don't you just tell the people that you cheated me out of my title shot? You shouldn't even be in that match with Lawler. That should be me in that match with Lawler. You cheated your way all the way to the top. You lied. You cheated. You stole. You've done everything, Brian Christopher. I should be in the match, not you. Not you. I should
We've
be in
got
that.
things to do out here.
Well,
We
I've
don't
got
have-
things to do,
Yeah, you
too.
gotta run your
It's
mouth.
well, what are you doing? You're running your mouth.
Why do I get paid
You
for it?
shouldn't be in the match. I should be in the match with Lawler. Why don't you just say that going in the back? Tell the truth to the people. You lied. You
Why
cheated
don't
me out
you
of
go in the back and let us get on?
I've been in the back.
Why don't you go to the back? I'm getting ready for this big match. I ain't got time to sit out
He
here.
Well, it don't make no
Battle
difference.
Royal,
about that.
not
No,
you,
you
and
walk
that's
away from me.
Hey, come on now, Dream. Don't be grabbing. He's got a title match coming up.
You know great band now. You go to great band, huh? You go to great.
Come on, Dream. Don't start no stuff out here. Come on. Brian Christopher took all he was going to take. All right, hey. Come on, we need to get this thing settled down out here so we can get the luck. Whoa, it's Bam Bam Bigelow. What in the world? Bam Bam, we need the help. Bigelow, come from the back. Oh, great. Come on. Bam Bam comes flying out here. Dream Machine just announced. He thought he deserved the match out here, and Bam Bam Bigelow comes rolling in. Brian Christopher thrown up in the ring. Can we get some help, please? Here's a guy with one of the most important days of his life. And the King comes rolling out along with Wolfie D and the Spellbinder. And you got to come out here. Great. I know you got to be proud of yourself.
Told you ain't gonna play the mess with me, Lawler.
Yeah.
Nice, boy. Look at it.
Well, he threw it right in his eyes. Bam Bam Bigelow comes rolling.
Too sexy now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine me and this guy together?
I hope that that's your claim to fame. You come out here with a guy that catches him from behind, throws something in his eyes. Oh, great.
Behind. He was looking right at me. And another thing, Brian, you don't play around in a man's world. This is my world, and you're just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Bam Bam Bigelow, he's the one that fired something in there. Yeah. Hey, we're not blind. We see what happened. We saw. Would you just take it to the back out there? I'll tell you what we'd better do. Get these guys out of here. Can we take a break right now? Now we got to see about getting the... Still plenty of action to go right here, and we're going to be back. I am terribly sorry that unified title match. We sit out here all day long, and then some clown like the Dream Machine comes out here, brings in Bam Bam Bigelow, puts Brian Christopher in a position where he can't wrestle for the title.
Is that all the competition you got at the Colorado Kool-Aid?
Why don't you wait and see if you can take care of them, and then we'll hear it. Great. Oh, yeah. You belong in that kind of company. I got to tell you that right now. Okay, Corey, let's give the introductions if we can, please.
Dream Machine from New Chicago and his partner, the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow from the World Wrestling Federation. Here today, their opponents are the Colorado Kid and Tony Williams. Referee calls for the bell, and we're underway for this tag team bout here. All of this stuff that the Bigelow came out here and so we got all of our papers and everything in there. Right?
We've got that substance, whatever it is, that... Boy, I got to tell you. For those of you who are wondering about, we still haven't gotten a complete report, but I'm sure that Brian Christopher, with a title shot, is in no position whatsoever. Big Bam Bam Bigelow, Tony Williams out there. Man, look at the size differential in these two guys, Corey.
Oh, look at Bigelow. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Boy, he went behind him in that amateur move. He's going to ride him over, and Williams is scurrying, trying to get to the ropes. There's a tag on the Dream Machine. And the Dream pops him right under the chin, a whip. Across the ring, and the big elbow coming from the Dream Machine as he comes in with a double chop. Colorado Kid, who's been very impressive, is waiting in the corner trying to reach out and get a tag on him, but he just hadn't gotten close enough. Bam Bam, you see that? Put that tattooed head down there so Dream could slam Tony Williams' head right in the head, and now... Yeah, I saw it.
Scott Barton out here in the corner of the Dream Machine and Bigelow.
We don't need any help. We can take care of it ourselves, young.
No, we don't need any help. Bam Bam Bigelow comes from the WWF, and this is the only competition you got for him. I cannot believe it. Look at the Colorado Kid. He's so skinny he walks through a heart. This is the competition we get. This is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous, too, Bob. Tony Williams. Outside, Colorado Kid in, but the bad news is he's in there with Bam Bam Bigelow, and it doesn't get any better when it goes to the Dream Machine. Two big, rugged son of a gun. As the Dream lassos The Colorado Kid puts him down on the mat. Kid tried to shoot a weak punch to the midsection, but no effect on that. Well, maybe I better not say that about the Dream Machine, but oh, there it is again, using Bam Bam's head as a battering ram right there as he put his head out. Colorado Kid hammered into it. What about this tag foul? Bam Bam Bigelow comes in out of nowhere, teams up with the Dream Machine here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Boy, I tell you, never know what to expect when you tune in. I'll tell you what I say. We should be watching a unified title right now, Dream Machine. Instead of your shenanigans out here getting into it with Brian and then getting Bam Bam Bigelow to fire something, we got it all over this place down here. Did you get any on your, Corey?
Yeah, well, thank you. Got on my pants, lady.
Went right in Brian Christopher's eyes, and of course, we're going to get a little report from him a little bit later on, or about him, rather. Colorado Kid, scoop slam from the Dream Machine as he drops down with a big elbow, brings him over to the corner, tags the Bammer. And here comes one of the great wonders of the world. That's Bam Bam Bigelow at 500 pounds. This guy is the most agile, large man I believe I've ever seen. You notice how he went up with that drop kick. Count of one, count of two, count of three. He got him. Bam Bam Bigelow. He hooked that leg, and it was good night Irene at that point, boys. Bigelow hooked him and laid on him there for that 1, 2, 3. He is absolutely astounding. I hate to be saying good things about him, but he got to give the devil even his due. And Bam Bam Bigelow can move as quick for a big man as, barring none of them, anybody I've ever.
What's Lawler gonna do now?
All right, well, we'll let Lawler worry about that, and we'll find out. Yeah, sure. Oh, man, oh well. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to check over the schedule right here, and we're going to be back in just a moment, and we'll have more wrestling information for you. Let me first apologize to the folks here and all of you people out there that we kept talking about the unified title with Brian Christopher getting his chance to challenge Jerry the King Lawler. We, of course, did not know that we were going to have a visit from the Dream Machine. And you just want to take the whole rest of the show in there, guys?
I want to take the rest of the everything. Now, Brian Christopher, is he blind? I hope he is. You see, it's a lot of payback. Lawler, I'm sick of you sticking beer bottles in my head. I'm sick of you burning me with fire. But now I got the man that hates you just as much as I do. And it's going to be some fast singing and slow walking. But here's the big thing. Tonight, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Bam Bam, will you be there or not? Let me put it this way. Dream, wherever Lawler is, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in Jonesboro. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be wherever you're going to be, Jerry the King Lawler, because I'm sick and tired of all you Southern people, the way you treat us Northern people. For years I've known you, and not one day was I a friend of yours. So I will be there in Jonesboro. We're going to both be in Jonesboro, Ball and Squall and Climb Lawler. Old time Jubilee. The Dream Machine is here to stay, not to play. Lawler, Coliseum Sunday night. Sunday night is the Coliseum. Bam Bam. We're going to do him in, baby.
Yeah, well, be sure you get back in time for tomorrow night, because that's what I want to see.
We'll be back. There's a little question here. You know, you introduced your partner, Lawler. He's got a big question mark. The King Lawler's got a big question mark. Does he even have a partner? I don't think he's got a friend in the world.
Why don't you let Jerry Lawler take care of that? We're going to try to get that information. Hey, what, he's going to come out here? You think he's crazy with you guys standing out here? You get out of here, maybe we can get him to come out here. Yeah, if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Take it out of here. Corey, let's start running down the Memphis crowd.
Yeah, it's BA, Mid-South Coliseum. It's tomorrow night. Remember, fans, not Monday. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock is bell time. DJ in Memphis. 7, big matches, opening bout. You can spell by them. Taking on Tony Falk in the opening bout.
And then we're going to have Wolfie D. Will be going against Ian Rotten.
Mike Huber back in the USWA taking on Axel Rotten in the single bout.
Giving significance to the D-Day will be the D-Day of the Spiders. They're going to get a title match against the USWA Tag Team Champions, Saturn and Cronus, the Eliminators. They'll put the belts on the line, but if the Spiders lose it, they have agreed to leave the USWA. So Bert Prentice says, I am going to be the manager of the U.S. Tag Champions, and he's got a lot of confidence in the Spiders. They'll be putting it on the line come tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it's Chuck Gilbert, Brian Christopher's D-Day. Chuck Gilbert putting up 5 big ones in there against Brian Christopher. Not only is he putting it up, Lance, if he loses, he'll have to pay it out.
That's right. Brian Christopher could have a very big smile on his face for Memorial Day. Then will come Scott Bowden's D-Day. Now, in this one, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert will be in against Jerry the King Lawler. Right away, I'm telling you, two of the best wrestlers in the country right there. But the outcome of it is, if Lawler can beat Eddie Gilbert, then he gets 5 minutes with Scott Bowden. I love it.
Boy, that'll be a long 5 minutes without, and I guarantee you that if Lawler gets the win of that. It's Jerry Lawler's D-Day, they say. Dream Machine and Bam Bam Bigelow. Dream Machine out here talking about some slow walking and sad singing for the King, but that would remind you that the King has not yet made his announcement of who his partner is, but we'll be here.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
We'll get some information out of it in there. How's Brian's getting along back there at the Bam Day?
I can say this to Bam Bam Bigelow and to the Dream Machine. If you want to come on out here right now, come on, because I got something for you. And I'll tell you this, too. You didn't get the job done with Brian Christopher. I don't know what was in those brains of yours, what you were trying to do. If you're trying to put somebody's eyes out or in somebody's career, you didn't get the job done. It takes more than a couple of jerks like you to finish off a man like Brian Christopher. You can call him a boy all you want to, but I can assure you he's a man. Now, we want to talk about Sunday night. We want to talk about D-Day. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that don't even know the significance of D-Day. But I know some people that will know it come tomorrow night. They're going to know that it was known as the longest day. They're going to know that there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of suffering, there were a lot of lives lost on D-Day. Well, tomorrow night at the Mid-South Coliseum, there's going to be a lot of pain and suffering. It's going to start out with you, Scott Bowden. You talk about somebody being skinny. So, I'm going to tell you this, Scott Bowden. I can't wait to get 5 minutes with you, but I promise you this, and I promise the fans this. It is not going to take 5 minutes. It is not going to take 5 minutes. It is not going to take 2 minutes, Scott Bowden, because you see, you are about as big as a matchstick. And I'm going to light you up just like a match down there tomorrow night. I promise you that, Scott Bowden. Hey, that time. Now, Bam Bam Bigelow, you and Dream Machine, you come out here and you get somebody from behind. If I was a...
It's Brian Christopher.
Lance, I got something to say to Dream Machine and Bam Bam Bigelow. The boys, you come in here and you mess with the wrong man. Sure, you might have ruined my putter shot today, but believe me, my eyesight is way more important than any belt I could ever win. Now listen, Bam Bam Bigelow, you come in here like a big shot, a big tough man from the WWF. Well, what you pull on me right here, coming up from behind and throwing this ace in my eyes, that's not acting like a man, is it? That's not acting like a man, that's acting like a low-down snake in the grass. Well, what I want to ask Jerry Lawler is, I know you need a partner for Sunday night, but believe me, I want these guys just as much as you do. I want the opportunity to get my hands on them, just like you want them. So please, if nothing else, give me that chance.
I don't know whether you can make those arrangements or not, Jerry.
Oh, I can make the arrangements. I can make the arrangements because, as I've said, and everybody in Memphis knows, that there's not a better partner for me anywhere than Brian Christopher. And now, after, like you said, the stunt that the Dream Machine and the Bam Bam Bigelow are pulled, I
know what this man is capable of, and I know what he's got in his heart right now, and I know what he feels, and I know what will happen tomorrow night at the Mid-South Coliseum. So you want to know who my partner is as of right now? You're looking at us right now, Beast from the East.
Green and Bam Bam, Jerry Lawler, and Brian Christopher.
The Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow, like you said, over 300 pounds, and he has to jump somebody from behind. That don't sound too beastly to me. So Beast from the East, come on down to the South, because we got something for you tomorrow night. And you say it's going to be D-Day for Jerry Lawler. Well, let me just tell you, what's it going to be like when I let this Jerry Lawler around my fist and stand right down your throat, Bam Bam, and your throat, Green Machine. It's going to be D-Day for you two punks, believe me.
I like that kind of talk. Yes, sir. What is it he's always talking about? Walking and talking, hollering, squalling, the old-time jubilee may be in store for him tomorrow night. Man, can't wait to see the King and Brian Christopher against Bigelow. That's what the price was mentioned by that kind of rounds out a perfect night of D-Day action in there when you put Christopher and Lawler in there. They are going to have their double hands roll when you start taking on a couple of guys like Green Machine and the Bam Bam Bigelow. But that's just part of the card that will be there, and that in itself is worth the price of admission. I still would like to remind everybody you can get your tickets in advance. Good idea. Have it, get your seats, take what you want, come on down and be with us. This is marvelous right here in the middle of Memorial Day. You don't have to get up on Monday in order to go to work. And so tomorrow night will be the night for you to do it. We got to get out of here. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we'll see you at the Coliseum. Next week, 9:30, right back here. And we're going to have another big action with USWA Championship Wrestling. And Corey, it's been fun working together. Davey will be back next week, and so we'll have all three of us here. Till we see you, Lance Russell saying for Corey Macklin. Bye-bye, everybody.